Yo, so the last segment I did on depression, and someone told me I had to go back and do a little research, and I found some staggering news to let you know something about depression that I didn't know about. Now, the number four leading cause of death it is committing sideways between the ages of 15 and 29, and 700,000 a year commit sideways because of depression. I didn't know that. Now you take 700,000 per year, let's say 5 years, and that's a lot of people that committed sideways. Now, another thing I didn't realize about depression, like the people at 60 years plus, it's like 5.7% it does affect. Now, the question being, why 5.7 age is 60 plus? Normally, because in that age range, what happens is people become widow or widowers or lose a spouse. Now, on average, if a significant other die, no, normally 5 or 10 years later, on average, I'm saying on average, the other person kicks the bucket. No disrespect. And then I didn't realize about depression in adults. 5% is found in adults. Now, let's let's make a comparison. 15 to 29 in the age bracket versus 30 to 45, and then the age bracket from 60 to 60 plus. Now, the reason why I have came back and do the recap of this because I was thinking about you as an individual and the trauma that you probably went through, and the stresses that you went through, and have you been depressed? Have you ever thought about committing sideways? Please don't commit sideways. I'm just giving you these numbers because I thought about the segment and then I said, hold up, let me go back and check something out here and do a little Inspector Gadget and investigate this stuff. And sure enough, according to the World Health Organization, known as WHO, and we're not talking about Doctor Who, that shout out goes out to Linda Ballard at Linda Ballard 911 Health, that the when this organization gave these frightening stats, it made me thought, okay, now with that being said, we've been through a pandemic that lasted about 2 years, and we're still going through it. And depression, what has caused from this pandemic? Now, I can give you some instances of depression. Now, humans are known as sociable creatures. Now, when we came down with all the mandates, the quarantine, social distancing, a lot of businesses closing. Yeah, a lot of people lost their jobs because of that. Then it's like you can't get together. The places that they love going to, you can't go to those because they got shut down. Of course, I'll be depressed too. Quarantine? Well, I am kind of like an introvert and extrovert, so it didn't affect me too much. But even sometimes when a person has to wear a mask, a person was going through depression because it's kind of, you're so used to seeing a person smile. Now you've seen a person's eyes in a mask. That is traumatic. But yeah, with that being said, I want to do a recap on depression because I want to throw these numbers in, give you something to think about depression. And do you know someone that has gone through depression? And if so, have you watched the signs? Have you heard of people or your friends talking about, oh, what's the point of living? Or does my life hold value? If you hear those types of questions that are asking, red flags going up because that's contemplation of committing sideways, and you don't want that. So, with that being said, read up on depression. And, the article that was from I think it was October 2020 by the World Health Organization on depression and these staggered numbers. And I mean, and think about your age range, your friend's age range, and your family's age range, and why, how, and what depression does to each and all of us. With that being said, this is KG from KGTV. Don't get depressed. I'll come up with some more content for you. Signing off.